So, last we left off, the party found themselves at the end of the road when it came to the moon base at the Kids Next Door world.
Oh no, I never leveled up.
You guys encountered a strange enemy. One that had a face similar to Zen, although taking on the form of a teenager rather than a full-fledged adult. You guys...
I'm still a teenager, but
yes.
A younger teenager.
Well, in that world. Whereas you guys took on the age of adults, they took on the age of a teen.
You mean kids.
Well, kids, yes. Thank you.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. Thank you. After defeating the the memoir that was summoned by this individual known as Quincy, you guys found this green orb, as well as tethered the world to Scala ad Calam. Returning back, you gave your reports and were sent off to sleep.
Alright.
So
waking up the morning?
Yeah, we start our journey the morning after.
I was gonna ask if I could wake up early. Like, potentially earlier than my compatriots.
Yeah, if you want to
definitely up earlier than me.
Yeah, I'm usually the first up anyway, but like, extra early, because I was kinda wanting to go get Fyra's visit out of the way. Because they did promise I would come back and say hello.
Yeah, if that's what you want to do.
Yeah, he's gonna sneak out early.
Okay.
Crack of dawn.
Nessa's exhausted. She's gonna sleep in.
Okay, fair enough. Nessa, you and Zen sleep in. See if I can fix my mic a little bit. Faye, yeah, you make your way over to the stables rather early in the morning. Dew still hanging on the leaves of grass, or blades of grass, rather. Upon entering the stables, it's quiet. A lot of the animals are still asleep. But you do hear some rustling coming from one of the stalls.
I'll poke in, see if I can see what's in the stall.
Okay. You see... what... It... Have you ever seen a, I believe it's called a Shetland cow?
I have now via Google.
Yes.
You mean a mini cow?
No.
Like a...
No,
they're
very
kind of
hairy
fuzzy. They
cow.
kind of look like buffalo.
Yeah, they're very hairy breed of cow. Almost...
They're cute.
Almost yak.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. The long-haired cow.
They're also known as Highland cattle.
That's what I've heard it as.
So, you see one curled up in the corner, and you actually see a familiar face, like nuzzled into the fur, fast asleep. And you recognize Merida.
Oh. Well, I'm gonna very quietly close that door. If they're both kind of out like lights, I don't want to disturb them.
The cattle like raised its head and looked at you, but was very actively trying to not disturb her.
Yes, I'll be very careful then. I don't want to disturb her either. I'll just kind of nod like, sorry. Close the door. wrong stall. Close it.
Jeez.
And I'll go to where I know Fyra's stall to be.
Okay, yeah, you enter into Fyra's stall, and Fyra seems to be quiet, and when you open up the stall door, you see that Fyra had... So there's this half door that leads out into its own little gated, like, breathing area outside of the barn. And each stall has these to where they can go out. It's not a very big portion, but it's enough for them to like get out into the fresh air. And you can see Fyra has stuck its head through and neck through the window and has fallen asleep like this.
Oh,
Sweet baby.
Body inside, head outside.
Well, I'm smarter than to go up and touch Fyra awake. I'm just gonna stand by the stall door and let like a really quiet like cough, like a. See if I get her to wake up.
Make me a stealth check.
Yeah, let's try. Where's my sheet? There we go. I know.
Okay.
That is a 4.
A 4?
Mm-hmm.
So you give a little bit of a and you watch as Fyra jumps a little bit and hits its neck on the roof of the window.
Oh no,
baby.
And you just hear quack as it backs up and looks around frantically before seeing you and immediately dogpiling you.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'll hit the ground. I'm checking her head for injuries as she's piling me.
It's fine. She just like bumped her neck a little bit.
Okay, I'm like, sorry, I tried to be quiet. I'll just give her the good pets.
She kind of just cocks the head to the side and is just, you know, just nuzzling into you basically.
Oh, I'll give her the good pets. Like, I told you I'd come back.
As you're kind of like giving pets and stuff, she pulls her head back and looks down at you, and then does this little like hop from one leg to the next, like almost like running in place. Just sort of like if you've ever seen a dog like instead of just straight up like one outside, like it's doing the little tippy tappies.
Faye considers how much trouble he'd be in, and then he decides he doesn't care, and then opens the door that would let her out into the exploration area.
Okay, yeah, you open up the door, and she bolts through and is just kind of like doing circles in this small little gated area, because they're individual gated ares, as to not like allow too much intermingling
fighting.
Because unfortunately chocobo breed like rabbits.
Oh, that intermingling, okay.
There would be a rampant
overpopulation perhaps. Yeah. All right, well, now that Fyra is outside, I'll just walk outside with her, look around.
Okay. Yeah, you can walk out into there's like a little bench that you can sit on. Usually they would sit like and brush from these benches. Yeah, you look around, the mist in the air is still a little heavy. It's very early, probably 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, just as the sun is barely coming up out of over the rim.
My compatriots are very unconscious right now.
Oh yeah, very much so.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, do I see like the brushes they might use to brush?
Yeah, there's like a bucket and a brush, like a bucket full of water next to a trowel, and the brush is hanging up inside the stall.
Alright, I might grab it and kind of wave it in the air, looking over at her, like, you want brush?
Fyra just looks at you, looks at the brush, and like, have you ever seen a cockatiel poof?
No, but I'm assuming she's not fond of the brush.
It's an immediate, the feathers all poof, and she almost doubles in size.
Okay, never mind. I put it back up.
Sensitive
no
baby.
brush. No brush.
Sensitive, very sensitive baby.
I was just curious.
Make me a notice check.
Ooh, we love the notice checks. Let's go. Yes, with my godly notice. What will we get today? Ah, Explodey. Observant as ever, my boy.
There we go.
Ooh,
Oh.
with a 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 15?
Okay. You notice that the wooden fence of Fyra's little enclosure looks very new compared to the rest.
Oh. Oh, I'm in danger.
Oh.
You can also see that this brush has never been used.
Oh.
It's brand new, there's not a feather.
So new.
Not a feather in there.
Nope. It looks like it was
Right.
bought yesterday, sort of but it looks old, too. Like, it looks aged, but unused.
But unused. Like, it's been there a while, but there's not a single feather in these bristles. Okay. Well, I put the brush back up, and then...
Also notice...
Oh, what do I see?
While the feathers are ruffled up, you see that a patch around where its burn is on the face. You can see a line of missing feathers going all the way down the neck. You usually can't see it because when they're, flush to the body, it covers over it. But when it poofed up like that, you can see that the scar itself goes from the face all the way down to its left wing.
Ooh. Alright. I take note of that. With the brush put aside, I'm just gonna take a seat on the bench and keep an eye on her. Hand open if she wants pets. Watch her body language.
It for the next about hour or so, unless you do anything different, it's literally a repeat of run around in circles, drink some water, run around in circles, get some pets, run around in circles. For a good hour or so.
I love her.
Yeah.
Baby.
I will say that with that notice as well, as you're kind of just sitting and hanging out, you do hear motion coming from inside of the barn.
Perhaps Merida? I poke back in. I look to see.
You poke your head out and you see a familiar red jacket sneaking into one of the stalls.
Well, that seems like a problem for a later day.
Uh-huh.
Or if I get
Are
beat
you
up the
going?
kid.
Are you
Beat the kid
going
up.
to go investigate?
Fuck him up.
This
kid sucks.
He doesn't
Fuck him
see
up.
me, right?
No. It's literally just catching the tail end of the red parka.
No, you know what? I'm gonna go say hello.
Okay.
I'll go over.
You peek into
I'm
the.
not
Or are you being stealthy, or are you gonna just
no.
open up the door
Not
and
stealthy at
what's
all.
up, bitch? Okay.
Yeah, I open the door. I'm like, oh, fancy seeing you here.
You catch him mid petting a goat, and he looks up at you, and you realize his hood's down, and you actually see him for the first time.
Oh, whoa.
When I first described him having porcelain skin, that wasn't an exaggeration. He looks to be made out of pure porcelain. And you can see his eyes silver, the iris is silver, and the whites of his eyes instead are black, with a large crack running down from the right side, kind of almost like a lightning bolt coming down. And the other thing that you notice from looking at this, he has very realistic looking hair. It's
weirder.
very it's short black hair, almost night sky black. It's not exactly inky raven. It's got a little bit of like a blue hue to it. And he looks up at you and just, what are you doing here?
I accidentally made friends with a chocobo, and now I guess we're friends, and I just came to say hello. And I heard noise, and I thought I'd come see who it was.
He kind of hesitates for a second before realizing that his hood's down, before quickly flicking it up. And
Faye
standing
doesn't
up straight.
seem to change his expression either way. Frankly, this is like not the weirdest thing he's seen at this school so far, so he's not crazy shocked.
I didn't mean here as the stables. What are you doing back? Did you fail your mission?
No, we did excellent, actually. How did yours go?
He kind of hesitates for a second. Probably better than yours.
Maybe.
I'm so proud.
We're just making direct eye contact.
Yeah, no.
Faye's eyes
You
are
would be
not
so
leaving.
There's direct eye contact, no movement, nothing. It's still, and then if we, the audience, would see this, we just see the two figures standing in silence, staring at each other, and then the goat kind of just waddles between you two, chewing on some cud, and walks over to the trow. Still no breaking eye contact.
Oh, it's so funny.
What do you want?
Romanic, I want to say hello.
He kind of
Trying
just...
to be a human with you for once, Jesus.
He's... This time you actually see the eyes squint a little. Before he
This
just...
is an intense showdown.
Alright. What's your problem?
Honestly, if you want to know my problem, we're a little too alike for my comfort. And I'm kind of hoping I can save you some like future cringe. You don't have to act that tough around here. It's okay to pet the goat.
I'm not petting the goat because I think I'm tough. I'm not petting the goat because I don't turn my back on potential threats.
I'm not a threat. I'm tired. Do you see the sky right now? Romnick, look at the sky.
You know what? Let me do something quick.
Okay.
Make me a persuasion.
Okay. He's not the best at that. He's not a persuasive boy.
Oh, this is gonna be great. I'm so excited.
This is so funny. I feel
Alright,
like
let me
Nessa
roll
is
for
watching
him.
from the fourth wall with popcorn.
Pretty good for him, but it's only a 3, so not great.
That was enough. I didn't roll very good for him. He looks up at the ceiling. Then looks immediately back down at you, glaring, just trying to make me a fool out of me.
No, Romanic, I'm just saying it's early. If I wanted to fight you, I'd do it on way more favorable terms than this. Alright? And I wouldn't do it near the animals, that's inconsiderate. They scare easy.
So what does a threat like you do here then?
Oh, a threat like me.
Yeah, a
I'm-
threat like you. No one else uses darkness except for you.
How the fuck did he find out about that? How the fuck did he find out?
Snap!
Faye tenses. Faye squares his shoulders a little bit at that. I didn't choose darkness. Darkness chose me.
Oh. You can be as edgy as you want.
Edgy.
Sooner or
Excuse
later, the
you.
more that the sooner you get rid of that darkness, the more of a chance you have to survive.
Oh God.
I think I'm going to survive just fine. You don't scare me, Romanik.
If I wanted to scare you, and then he summons his Keyblade.
Faye doesn't even blink. The flash of light doesn't even make Faye blink. Nice try. Please don't scare the goat. And I turn around and I go back to Fyra. I show him my back.
As you turn, you actually see that the goat is totally fine, just drinking some water. And
That's not-
Thank God for that.
make me a body roll
Oh, here we go.
at disadvantage.
Oh, he's actually swinging.
Disadvantage. That's unfortunate, because I splodied the first time. Alright, what's my non-splody? Oh, that's not the worst. It's a 7.
You would have wanted that at Splody.
Yeah. I mean, even with the splody, it was only a 9. His body's not great.
In a rather quick motion, you find yourself with a Keyblade pinning your jacket to the wall. And as you kind of turn, Romnik has reached out and grabbed your wrist.
Ah,
And you can
so he's
see
chosen death.
and you can see that his fingers are cracked. And underneath the cracks, now that you're kind of getting a bigger, or a little bit of a closer look, you can see that underneath the cracks is just pure black. And he reaches up and he pulls your sleeve down. And something you didn't notice before. You have a large black mark, almost like tendrils, pouring from your wrist down your arm.
Oh, Faye inhales sharply at that. And just sort of glances down his arm and then back up at Romnik as if, like, saying, what?
He's just
What is that?
He's just staring at you in the eyes and just This is why you don't give in. For letting you go and withdrawing the Keyblade.
Given to what? Romanik, this is not the time to be cryptic. What is this?
You're gonna figure it out sooner or later.
So you could tell me now and it could be sooner.
For the first time, you hear him chuckle.
Oh no.
And he's just...
I'm gonna kill him. He's dead.
Have you shown the Masters?
I'm not going to lie to you. I didn't know that was there. Should I show the Masters?
You see a glint of confusion over his eyes before "3 days' time, you and me, arena. Just a quick spar. If you win, I'll tell you what I know.
You're wrong.
And this time he turns his back to you and walks back into the stall.
I defensively and like gruffly pull my trench coat back, and I just storm out and I lean against the fence next to Fire, and I'm just like, I fucking hate that kid.
Oh.
Kick at the dirt. I'm all upset. Fire can see that my feathers are now in fact ruffled.
Oh yeah, no, Fire sees this, gives a little bit of like a shake, and then continues to do circles. Zen and Nessa, what do you guys do when you wake up?
If I knew what I know now, I'd kill that stupid little child.
Nessa wakes up and she just groggily goes to the fridge and starts eating any leftovers.
Yeah.
Is just like doesn't even like try to fix her hair or anything. Her hair's in like tangles and she's just like, I need food.
There's still plenty of that chicken and rice casserole.
Yeah, she totally warms some up and just starts like inhaling it.
Chatterthy comes bounding in. Also opens up the door, or the fridge door, pulls out an egg, closes the door, and you just watch as he puts it to his face and it disappears.
And Nessa just kind of looks at that and she smiles and she's like, Chatterthy, you're so cute, but you're so weird. And she goes back to munching on her casserole.
What do you mean?
And then she just like kind of snorts out the casserole a little bit and she's like, you don't just eat an egg like that, silly.
Why not?
She just starts laughing.
It gives good calcium.
Oh god.
And she's just like, you're supposed to like crack it into like a pan and scramble it or fry it. You don't just eat the whole thing raw and like that. No.
He kind of cocks his head. What do you mean?
And then Nessa is just like, okay, this is not going to stop. And she just starts eating her casserole in silence, just kind of smiling to herself.
Fair enough.
Secretly, he was trying to manipulate you into making him an egg.
Perchance.
But here's the thing, Nessa probably knows that, but she's like too lazy to care at the moment.
Fair.
She just needs food.
Oh. Zen
gets up slowly.
You smell leftovers.
I do smell leftovers.
Ooh, there it goes.
I'm going first to the bathroom. Makeup, skincare. All the important bits.
The routine.
Hair. Oh, it takes a good 20 minutes. And then he just pokes his head into the kitchen. Is there any of that left?
I would say there is.
I'll make sure that there's still another extra half a portion for Nessa, and then I'm eating it.
I mean, would you still be eating Nessa?
Sorry, what?
No, you're good. Would you still be eating by the time Zen gets out there?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Yeah,
I'm just gonna make a portion and just eat it and try and become a human again, because sleep is difficult.
And then Nessa just kind of... Nessa finally has enough food, and she just starts looking around, and she's like, "Where's Faye?" And then she, yeah. then she gets up with her casserole and starts wandering around the apartment looking for him.
I mean, if he's not home, he's probably at Master Roxas's office or the library or something.
Oh.
Do you go into
she kind of sounded...
room?
We have a phone. What are we doing? I just text Faye and be like, "Hey, where are you?"
Can I go into Faye's room just like with my casserole in hand and just like begin?
There aren't locks.
I still send the text,
then-
so Faye knows that we're awake.
Yeah,
I see the
but
text and I will
Nessa,
begin to move from the stable.
Okay.
yeah, Nessa still like peeks in and is. It's more curiosity now than anything. She knows that Faye's not here, but she's like curious now.
Faye, what does your room look like?
This poor kid's room is entirely barren. He doesn't seem to have known how to decorate it or what he would have wanted, and so he has his default furniture and like some of the books that Roxas has gotten him on shelves, but you can see that this is not the room of a 14-year-old. This is depressing.
Nessa kind of like peeks in there, and then she looks around, and she's like, "This won't do." And then she goes back into her room, grabs one of her Moogle plushies, and like sets it on Faye's bed.
Oh,
Nessa!
oh, that's
And then
adorable.
Baby.
And then she's like, "Okay, that's okay." And then she goes back and she's like, and she goes over to Zen and she's like, "We don't have coffee here, do we?"
There is a
We
coffee pot.
do, but why wouldn't we? You know what? Hold on. Let me call Faye. Get ready. Let's go. Let's go get Moogle Butts.
Okay, that sounds great.
And I'm gonna call Faye.
Okay, that sounds great.
I pick up. Because it's Zen.
Hey, we're up.
Good morning.
You want to meet us over at Moogle Butts? I'll get you chai tea or something.
Yeah, that sounds great. We've got stuff to catch
Chai
up on.
tea
And he hangs
sounds
up without elaborating
amazing.
any further.
Do you guys invite anyone
Something's
else?
wrong with the kiddo.
Ooh, we
Do
should
we invite
invite
what?
Matthew. We should invite
should.
Matthew.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's invite
we can
Matthew.
All right.
So Nessa whips out
Zen's
her
still
phone
waking up.
and like literally sends a text to Matthew being like, "We're going to Mooglebucks right now. Come with." That's it.
All you get from him as a response is an image of an Earth Djinn giving a thumbs up.
All right,
Cute.
he's
sticker.
in. He's in, guys. Okay,
I
let's go.
I want to know the story behind who he commissioned for custom emojis and where, and so many questions. I love it.
Meredith.
If she could draw,
Okay,
that'd be so
so-
fucking cute.
I bet she can. She seems the type.
So
Anywho.
Nessa ends up getting up and getting dressed, and she's like, okay. I need coffee. I need to feel human again. Blah, blah, blah.
So,
By the way, something's wrong with Faye. I don't know. He didn't elaborate.
And that immediately makes Nessa concerned, and she's like, "Oh, okay, okay, sounds good."
It could be nothing. It could be standard. It's probably something. Actually, hang on. It's Faye.
Okay, yeah, let's yeah.
Faye
it's
doesn't
fair.
have
Let's go
normal
talk to him.
14-year-old problems. Hang on.
well,
Yeah, we're out the door on the way to Mooglebucks for sure.
as you guys head
Okay.
out, you do actually see Matthew has beat you guys to Mooglebucks. And I actually got permission to use this art. If somebody can drop the
Oh shit, the Matthew pic.
Twitter,
Oh,
I can drop
love
the pic.
Matthew pic.
I can drop
with
the pic.
Twitter there. Ooh.
The Twitter, if you go to the pinned messages and jump to the image, the Twitter is
Yeah.
just below. I believe
got
it's Happy Dose.
Yep.
But I was given permission to portray the image that
Matthew, our boy.
Our baby.
Oh,
Happy Dose
sweet
had drawn.
boy.
He looks so good.
Rip Zen.
Yeah, Zen.
Just-
It's okay. It's worth it.
Just, now it's only Matthew here. We'll just
Oh,
Matthew.
only Matthew.
He's such a sweet boy. Aw.
Wait, actually cover up Burr with Matthew.
Okay,
You're so
sounds good.
right.
I'm okay
For
with
when he's
that.
talking to Matthew.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely go and check this artist out. maybe drop a comment that like,
It's
hey,
so good.
Amazing art, very Kingdom Hearts-esque.
it's very
so
good. He's a very they're a very talented artist, and they were more than happy for us to like use the image. So, but yeah, you see Matthew. He's once again he's kind of sprawled out schematics on the at one of the tables. Although this time it looks like he's actually left room for you guys.
Oh, how considerate.
Sweet.
And he there are bags under his eyes.
Oh,
Aw.
he didn't go to bed.
You can also see about 4 different cans of Kaboom.
You know what?
Our boy been staying up later than he should be? Silly Matthew.
I don't think he's been to sleep.
And so Nessa, is it okay if Nessa notices this?
Oh yeah, you guys see him. He doesn't quite notice you yet because he's engrossed in his schematics, but
He has a problem. I'll
does.
order you go
Okay,
do
I'm
your
gonna-
job, Nessa.
Okay. So Nessa kind of walks over and, sits across from Matthew with, her elbows on the table on top of the schematic. And she's like, you have not had a wink of sleep, have you?
he just, huh? Oh, hey Nessa. He kind of looks down at the schematic, looks over at the 4 cans before looking back up. I mean, I did sleep last night.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
you sure?
Yeah, I went to bed around the midnight.
Uh-huh. And, how long did you sleep?
He just pauses. 5 minutes? But listen, I have this really cool idea. Well, for starters, you guys, I'm trying to, so, when the keyhole was closed, something appeared on the ship? And I've been trying to find a way to, sort of give you guys all access to this thing. And he reaches, and you actually look over at the schematics, and it's a lot of math. But you see, like, a very basic keychain imagery, and he reaches into his pocket and he pulls out, it looks like a Keyblade keychain. The charm itself being a treehouse. Just a very basic treehouse. So usually when you guys, whenever keychains are found, only one person at a time can use it. But I think I found a way that for you 3, you guys can all have access to this.
That is really, really cool, Matthew. I actually really like that. And then, and so she's like giving Matthew the eyes of, but I really don't want you to wreck your sleep over this.
Zen, are you grabbing the caffeine?
Yeah.
He kind of looks up and, I already put my order in. I should be done soon.
I just hold up a metal symbol.
Now Nessa's just debating about whether to lecture Matthew and send him to take a nap, or just kind of like, okay, this is how it's gonna be, isn't it?
His order does come up at the same time that your guys' does. His is a frozen hot chocolate, uncaffeinated.
Well, at least there's no more caffeine.
Have I made it back?
Yeah, at this point you would probably make it back once the coffee's done.
Yeah, I wander on in with my hands in my pockets, and although both of you know that I've slept, the eye bags are equivalent to Matthew's.
Oh.
I just sit
But anyway,
down.
Hey!
Hey.
So Nessa kind of looks at Matthew again and be like, "Okay, Matthew, I need you to make me a promise. I want you to sleep tonight, okay?"
Did you not sleep?
He like opens his mouth to say something, but then looks over at Phelan like, oh shit.
Phelan looking up at him, like just the stare.
I slept.
How long?
5. And then Nessa turns to Faye and says, 5 minutes. And then she turns back to
Snitch!
Matthew and is like, I need you to promise me that you're going to sleep tonight.
You're a
Matthew,
snitch,
that's
you know
not
that?
sleeping. That's blinking for a very long time.
I've had
Right?
worse. Gosh, you should have
I
seen me
don't
when I had my first
care.
breakthrough with the bags. I don't think I slept in 73 hours.
And then
Just
Nessa
push
just kind of rolls
Matthew.
her eyes at that.
I set down the drink, scoot Matthew over, just so I get a little big brother nudging. Just move.
Yeah, he scoots
the
further
drinks
into the
down.
booth, but then he goes on to explain to you guys that the keychain, once he's finished with it, which it should take about a week, he can make it to where you all have access to it instead of just individually.
Oh. I mean, I'm not gonna say it's worth the sleepless nights because, god damn it, you need your sleep. But also, that's super fucking cool.
Okay, I'll sleep tonight. That's fine.
A real nap.
Yeah.
At least.
Yes.
Thank
And then
you.
Nessa holds out her pinky and she says, "Pinky swear."
And I just lean in. You can't break a pinky swear with Nessa. It'll break her little heart.
And she just looks at him with puppy dog eyes and is really determined and being like, "Pinky swear."
Fine. He reaches over and locks pinkies.
Okay, I'll hold you to it. And then she picks up her drink and starts inhaling her caffeine.
So,
Faye does not touch his drink.
have you
Faye is
guys
staring at the straw.
have you guys heard from Master Gaia?
We talked to her last night.
Yeah, I know. Has she called you in since?
No.
Nessa
Should she have?
looks confused and is like, "Should she have?"
I mean, usually whenever somebody comes in from a mission, it's a report. If it's in the evening, at least from what I understand from my dad, it's a report in, give the report, and then at the end of, the next morning, they'll usually go over it with you.
I mean, these are some complicated circumstances, though, so maybe she's just needing to process it or something.
Fair.
If she
I
wants us to be
also-
there, she'll call us there.
I also haven't seen really any of the masters today besides my dad and Kurova.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, everyone's going back home for Feasttide, but
Hey, Burr, which one's Kurova again?
Kurova is the one that is wearing the inverse black cloak. The one
Oh,
that
yeah,
doesn't
the
seem
one
to
who's
have some
just a
physical
cloak.
body.
Got it.
Yeah.
Kurova. We go back.
Okay.
So, Faye, why aren't
Yeah.
you touching your drink there, bud?
Not hungry or thirsty.
Nessa immediately takes notice of that and she's just like, "You haven't had any food or any water or anything today."
I had leftovers yesterday.
What's going on, bud?
And
Matthew stands up and walks towards the counter.
Nessa immediately goes up with him and is like, "Are you ordering food for Faye?" And she kind of does it with a smile.
He looks and me too.
Okay, good. And then Nessa immediately like goes to the counter and is like, I want all the Danishes you guys have.
Nessa. R.I.P. Nessa's
So
gold.
while they're
Yes.
stepping away, what's going on?
I don't know if we can visit Master Rimna this morning. Also, I have a fight with Romanik in 3 days.
What do you mean? What? What happened? Did he
A lot.
Did he hurt you? I'll kill him.
Shut up. Of course not. No.
What happened?
And then that's when Nessa comes back with like an armful of Danishes.
Yeah, you guys. Nessa comes back with an armful of Danishes, and
Nessa,
Matthew
so
just
mean.
has 2 really stacked breakfast sandwiches, and sets one in front of Faye.
Matthew.
Hey,
And then Nessa like
they're gonna make me
divvies out
eat.
all the Danishes.
They're gonna make me eat, so I'm gonna make you eat.
He rolls his eyes and he nibbles at it.
It's
Nessa
good.
kind of gives
Like
Nessa
a chipmunk.
Nessa kind of gives Faye the look of like, you better eat that sandwich.
He
damn
takes
it.
a real bite, but it's out of spite. Like he chomps on it and then glares at Nessa as he does it.
It's actually
And then
it's really good. It's
Nessa is like, and Nessa gives him the look of, I can handle your spite. Keep eating.
it's a croissant, egg patty, sausage, bacon, pepper jack.
Yeah, standard breakfast sandwich.
Standard breakfast sandwich. It also seems to have a really like thick slice
Emo
of
eating.
like emo eating. It has a thick slice of ham steak as well.
Ooh.
And some sort
Well,
of
anyway.
like and some sort of like chipotle sauce. But anyways,
Yeah.
I'll catch
Anyway,
you guys up to
so-
speed. So I have a fight with Romnik in 3 days' time.
And then Nessa immediately reacts. What happened? Did he hurt you? I'm gonna kill him.
This again? No. I'm fine, and I'm going to kill him.
oh damn
myself. In an arena in 3 days' time. Thank you.
Why?
Why would I do
Why-
something that stupid? We can get to that. But also we might not be able to talk to Master Rima this morning.
Why?
Why do you think that is?
I can't talk about it here. There are too many people.
Yeah, at this point
We'll
the
handle it
cafe
in a
is
little bit.
filling up.
Okay.
Okay.
And then Nessa's like, fine. And then she takes a spiteful bite out of one of the many Danishes she has.
Don't do that, that's my thing. And he chomps back in his own sandwich. They're just fight eating at each other.
I just like
Yes, we're
sneak
spite eating
my
at this
hand.
time. Yep.
I just sneak my hand into the stack of Danishes.
Oh man. So, what are you guys doing throughout your day?
I mean, I think getting
The plan's to
Breakfast
find
done and then
Master
go
Rinma,
talk
but we
about
might
shit.
have to, discuss some things first before Faye would be willing to go see Master Rinma.
we're gonna need to finish eating and then go have a conversation.
So
Back home?
should we go to the library? Should we go back to our apartment?
I think we
Room.
should go back to the room. Matt,
Room.
come with
Okay.
us.
Oh, okay.
You're part
And
of the
then
team,
Nessa-
remember?
And then Nessa just shoves a couple of Danishes onto his lap. Make sure you eat those.
I ate breakfast.
Later.
He actually downed his breakfast sandwich.
One way or another,
Okay.
Nessa are gonna make sure y'all stop self-destructing.
He will eat food.
I'm just not
He
hungry
just
this morning.
forgets
You'll
to.
get it. Just the
I
room,
know.
it'll all make sense. Everything
Yeah.
will make sense.
So we go to the room.
Yeah. Matthew's a little like skittish. It's like, oh shit, I'm being included.
Oh,
Oh, he's
Oh, what a bean! I
I
love
will
him.
keep reminding
Did
him
Nessa
until
close
the day
Phelan's
he dies
bedroom
that
door?
he is a part of this team.
No, she didn't. She forgot.
Oh,
God, as soon as they go in,
Nessa.
Phelan's gonna speed race to slam that close so Matthew doesn't see it.
You do notice the Moogle plush.
I see that very briefly, and I'm like, did that? And I just close the door so Matthew doesn't see my barren ass room.
Yeah, no, Matthew kind of just looks around. It's like, have you guys gone, like, decorating shopping? Because
We've
there
been
is
forced into this place for 2 days.
That's
Give us
fair.
a rest.
That's fair. Well, there is a shop in the next to the student store that you can buy furniture and stuff if you guys need.
That could be fun,
Nessa
but
is
first,
like-
serious
Yeah.
things.
Yeah, that's great. We've got stuff to discuss.
Yeah. I just was trying to let you know. Jeez.
It's okay,
Okay,
Matthew.
and so-
Sorry, I'm just stressed.
And so anyway, so Nessa just kind of takes Phelan's hand and kind of gently, pulls him to the couch.
And he's like, don't.
And then she sits him down and she's like, okay, what happened with Romnick? Please.
He stands right back up. And he faces everyone, and he's like, okay. I'm gonna need everyone here to not freak out.
Okay.
Indoor
If he-
voices.
If he hurt you, I'm
Okay.
gonna lose it.
He did not hurt me.
Okay.
Indoor voices. And he
Established.
kind of hesitates, and then he shrugs off his jacket, and he's gonna show them the black mark.
Oh, whoa, oh, okay. Okay.
Nessa kind of looks at it. She doesn't really react. She just calmly looks at it and notices it.
Nessa, make me a knowledge. We'll say a knowledge magics check.
So D6. Okay. So
Oh, hell yeah. Got points in knowledge magic? Go, Nessa.
that was a
Nessa.
splody. So hold on.
Ooh.
Go, Nessa! Go, Nessa!
Okay, that's an 8.
It's your birthday.
Okay. All right. That's an 8.
An 8.
Okay. Nessa,
Yes.
you, through your studies with Remna, who is the professor of light and darkness,
Mm-hmm.
you know and have heard about people who have delved into darkness, come out unscathed. There's been a few that have given in to the darkness, but eventually found light.
Okay.
But only once have you ever seen a person harness true darkness. You know about Rimna's grandfather having darkness in his heart and being able to kind of manipulate that in order to use use his abilities in dire need. But you also have heard tales of her grandfather's friend being able to harness the darkness so incredibly volatile that he would actually turn into a Heartless for brief periods of time,
Mm-hmm.
encasing himself in darkness. And studies have tried to replicate this, but nothing has come quite close. But you do know that the steps that have been seen before of people dipping towards this darkness in order to harness it have shown signs of markings.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay, so so you're saying that her grandfather, who was Riku, by the way,
yes,
right?
yes.
Okay, so he had a friend that was able to harness the true darkness and was able to able to use it unscathed.
For player reference and audience reference, this is very specifically talking about anti-Sora.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
They've attempted to try to replicate this, and they've come close but never successful. And anytime they have done so, it has left markings. And it's not inherently dangerous or anything. It's not like it's going to consume or destroy or anything of that sort. It's just, unfortunately, now that you've said, or now that you've seen it, you can tell that something that what Faye has used is actual darkness and not just dark spells.
Okay. Good to know. All right. That's really, really good. Okay.
Right, let's go ahead and go back to the rest.
Okay, sounds good.
You're gonna wreck it. It's fine.
I hope. Oh, hello.
Welcome back, guys. Is everything okay?
Yeah, everything's fine.
Yeah, everything's fine.
Oh,
great.
fuck that.
I immediately don't believe you, but
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, no, everything is fine.
Totally.
So Nessa just kind of calmly, she doesn't react in a bad way. She just calmly looks at it, makes a note of it, and then she kind of looks at Faye with a calm look, and she's like, so when did you notice this mark?
He looks embarrassed at that. You see him get flustered, and he kind of glances down. He's like, Romanic pinned me to a wall and took off my coat and showed it to me.
He pinned you to a wall?
And took
his
off his
keyblade.
coat. That sounds a little, bad touch.
Not like
I'm gonna
just
kill him. I'm
showed
gonna
me
shot
it.
I'm gonna kill him.
Oh, Matt, if you guys look over at Matthew, he is red at the
do.
face.
He's red.
He is red at the face. And not
Angry.
like blushing.
He angry.
Faye looks just
Super
dejected, like a sad puppy.
And you
He's
can-
had like the worst morning of his life.
You can see
But he
he's
can
got
remember.
he's got his like thumb tucked into his belt. But the way that he's got it tucked would be similar to how a swordsman would rest his hand on the pommel. And he's just squeezing.
And then
So
so
we're
Nessa
gonna kill
kind of
him.
notices. So Nessa kind of notices like how tense everyone has become, and she just kind of stands up slowly, and she's like, "Guys, this is not the end of the world. We can relax. It's okay." And and she turns back to Faye, and she's like, "Okay, so he just pinned you. He didn't actually did he touch you? Did what did you notice about him? Now Nessa is more interested in what Faye noticed about Romanek.
Oh, yeah, I actually saw what he looked like. His hood was down, and I saw his hand when he grabbed me. So, this is gonna sound super weird.
Okay.
He looked like porcelain, like his whole body, mostly. Like, hair and eyes and things were a bit different, but, it was bizarre. And when he grabbed me, there were, cracks along the porcelain, and underneath, just black. Only could see black.
Nessa kind of takes note of that, and she's like, "Okay." And she's still calm. She's like, "Guys, this is when Nessa is This is the calmest you've ever seen her.
Yeah, Nessa
don't
being
like that.
calm is terrifying.
This is terrifying.
I want you
Yeah.
to know I'm scared right now.
You've never seen Phelan this like dejected. His shoulders are small, and bless him, without his coat, he looks even smaller. And it's a tank top on top of it, so he just feels vulnerable and sad right now.
So Nessa kind of goes over to Faye and kind of, grabs his shoulder and not in a gentle way, and just kind of, rubs that shoulder, and she just looks right into his eyes, and it's like, everything is gonna be okay. You know that, right?
Nessa, you're scaring me.
And Nessa's just completely confused by this, and she's just like, okay. And she immediately
Does this look
loses...
fine to you? Does this look fine? He's like waving his arm with the fucking black shit on it up and down. This doesn't look fine.
And Nessa, and she's like, yeah, I know. I see it. It's okay, though. We'll talk to Rimna about it, and we'll get
I don't want to talk to her about it.
Why not?
I asked Romnick if I should tell the masters about it, and he was like, fight me in 3 days.
Okay, so we're gonna do the responsible thing and talk to an adult, and then we are going to crush the doll into a million tiny pieces.
I don't... I really don't want to talk to Master Rimma. His legs doing thing, like when people get nervous and their leg vibrates. Like, yeah, his legs
Me
are
all
been
the
nervous
time.
too. He's like, no. Yeah.
Okay. Master Remna is the most experienced in this topic, and none of us are gonna let them do anything, okay?
Oh yeah, we're just gonna fight Rimma and win in combat. Yeah, right? That's what's gonna happen?
He's not gonna attack us.
So, and then Nessa's like, looks at Faye again, and she's like, but Rimna's my master, and we went to Gaia, and we went to, Vantis. Why not talk to Rimna? She's my master too, and
I wouldn't tell Master Gaia about this. I wouldn't tell Master Ratis. I wouldn't tell Master Shion. I wouldn't tell anybody with a master in front of their name about this.
Oh, Burr, should I tell them?
I give you this information for you to do with what you will.
Okay.
You don't have to. You don't have to say anything.
Do what Nessa would do.
She sees how Face is so scared about this, and she's like, okay. So she looks into Faye. She looks at Faye, and she's like, do you trust me?
I guess, yeah.
Then I will tell you right now that black mark is nothing to be afraid of. You trust that?
Okay. I guess I kind of have to.
So, and she kind of sits down and she's like, okay. So, you know how I studied with Rimna, right? She's the master of light and darkness, right?
Yeah, and he puts his coat back on. He doesn't want to look at it anymore.
And then Nessa just, she's just... And again, this is like the calmest you see Nessa.
Oh,
she's like,
God.
okay. And she just kind of looks at Faye and she's like, so you know about Master Riku, right?
Yeah.
All the stories about Master Riku. And you've heard stories about Sora, right?
Yeah.
So, and then she kind of thinks about it for a second, and she's like, did you know that Master Sora turned into a Heartless at one point?
Or do I?
How much did you pay attention to classes?
Faye's a pretty attentive child.
Then yeah, you would know.
He nods.
So because I'm Master Rimna's pupil, I've done some research into this. because it's really and she just finds it really fascinating. Nessa really is fascinated by like the darkness and the light, but you know, she anyway, sorry, I'm rambling.
No, you're good. She probably talks about with like some
So-
distance. Like this is an interesting subject to her, whereas Faye's like freaking
Yeah,
out.
she just finds it fascinating. Did you know that Sora was literally the only person who was able to use true darkness and not be consumed by it?
Faye shakes his head.
Well, it seems that not only are you so, and she nods towards Faye's hand and is like, there are other people who have tried to do the same thing as Sora did. They tried to be what he was. And for context, we're talking about anti-Sora here, by the way.
Yeah, I figure.
Mm-hmm. And so so apparently they've done experiments ever since then to try and replicate that power. And that black mark is just evidence that you use true darkness. Not just dark spells, but actual true darkness. And so that's why I think we need to talk to Master Rimna about it. She would know what to do. And whether we can either, you know, help you to understand that power, like Sora did, in a way, or, you know, we just need to learn more about it. Approach it with curiosity rather than fear. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think so. We can talk to Master Rinma.
I'm a little concerned that Romnick either actually knows what that is or doesn't know and is using it to manipulate you.
Either way, I want to beat the shit out of him. He's not manipulating me. I just want to fight him.
So that's why we don't exactly trust what Romanick says. He may not know everything. So, and it sounds like he's manipulating you. So, that's why we need to get more knowledge on what's happening. And I think Rimna is a good place to start.
All right, well, let's go. Gets up and tugs at his jacket. He's still uncomfortable, but he's at least not scared anymore.
Mm-hmm. And then that's
Zen's
a kind
eyes
of
linger for like a while on the hole in your jacket.
And then Nessa
There's no hole.
her bubbly self.
No, there's no hole. No.
Okay.
So
No, it was
Nessa
just
kind of
pinned.
turns back to Nessa just kind of turns back to Matthew and is like, "Are you good?"
He has been just staring at the ground for a good, 20 minutes now.
Faye just now seems to notice that Matthew's upset and kind of turns around and is like, Matthew?
And then Nessa's like, "Matthew, do you want a Danish? Do you want to talk about it?"
He glances up for a brief second, looks over, takes a Danish, and stuffs it in his mouth.
Pats his back a little bit. Faye has no idea what's wrong. Good?
And then Nessa's like, "Okay, chew the Danish, then use your words. What's going on?"
I don't know.
Nessa kind of looks confused at that. "What do you mean?"
I don't know if I'm going to be okay. And I don't quite want to answer that until I get at least a full night's sleep.
That's
Nessa.
understandable. You just got kind of a bomb dropped on you.
And Nessa kind of nods in understanding, and she's like, "Yeah,
I'm
Do you
not.
need to
Wait,
take a nap right now?
So confused.
I'm not
He is so confused.
mad. I'm not. I can't say I'm not mad, but I'm not mad. I need to get some sleep. If you need to talk to Rimna, she should be back after Feasttide. When did you say the fight was?
3 days.
3 days.
Fuck. Feasttide.
Well,
Can't we, like, call? Isn't there
uh,
anything we can do to talk to her?
Feasttide is it is currently Monday or Sunday, and it is in 5 days. So Thursday.
can't- Nessa, you have to have Master Remna's number, right?
do I have Master Rimna's number, Burr?
It usually goes to voicemail during holidays. Rimna takes holidays very seriously. She's the kind of teacher that would come in on Halloween dressed up in full costume.
And I'm glad that she has a good, healthy work-life
Any
balance,
of
but
the
that's really
masters other than
inconvenient.
Gaia here?
You're welcome to look.
there's- There's the one that is a sentient cloak.
No, we can't talk to Kuro. Fade Kurova have history. That won't go well.
There's
How-
Did you
Vantis.
say was here?
There's Vantis.
He doesn't
But
have any
Vantis is not gonna.
fucking memory.
Vantis doesn't count. He's like 8. Alright, fuck.
How about we at least leave a voicemail? And,
That's probably good.
And so, just on the off chance that she decides to, listen to the voicemail, I think she would if she listened to the voicemail, I think she would want
Make
to
an
drop
exception.
everything and come over.
Yeah.
And come over. So yeah, Nessa just dials up and and it does go straight to voicemail, and she's like, "Hey, Master Rimna, I need to talk to you about I just wanted to ask you about what happened with Auntie Sora and the dark marks that people found in experiments. So yeah, this is kind of urgent. If you could get back to me, that would be fantastic. Yeah, thanks.
That's such a
Bye."
concerning message.
Well, Nessa would have more knowledge than just your average students because of working with Rimna. She would just have a little bit more knowledge. So some things you guys wouldn't have learned in class. Like that was just not something you guys would have learned. Like the whole people attempting to imitate this, that would not be something you would have learned in class.
No.
Getting back into it, Matthew has bid you adieu. He's ready for a nap. And you kind of have to, as he walks out, if you guys don't, basically watch him go down the hall, you see he starts to go towards, the courtyard hallway, hesitates, and then turns around and goes deeper into the dorms.
Does anyone remember if he lives at the dorms or if he's gonna do something trouble?
He has his own room in the dorms, doesn't he?
Yes.
We're
Yeah,
just
so
gonna
he's-
not worry about it.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, Nessa takes note, but other than that, nah.
So, that was some shit. Let's try and salvage our first day of break.
Break.
Do something to relax.
yeah.
I can't break. Wait,
Then
I have a fight with Romanik in 3 days.
I mean,
does this.
I
so-
feel like you'll kick his ass. I don't think it's really that big of a worry.
So Nessa's like, So, do you want to spar to prepare for it?
I guess.
Or would you like to go to the library and relax a little?
I don't want to go to the library. Where else can we go?
I mean, I haven't really explored school much, but there might be something interesting to do. We can also go shopping for the dorm. Or
That's what I forgot to do.
go... We can't go back to Mooglebugs. They've kind of made a rule that I can only go in there twice a day, and I'm not gonna go back in right now and waste it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they don't mind if you go in, you just can't order more than twice a day.
Yeah, they listen, it was a complicated time. Vantis and I were doing a lot of extracurricular training. It was a lot. I was up a lot. It's fine. We could also go check on Vantis or see if Master Roxas is back yet.
We kind of all have different goals right now. What if we split up?
Yeah.
Just because
could
I
do
got
that.
into a fight doesn't mean you should have to train with me.
I want to train.
I'll be fine.
But I want to
Alright.
train.
Sen probably wants to check on his master, though.
Yeah.
I mean, all things considered, I don't think I can handle walking in and him not recognizing my face, so I think I'm okay.
Okay.
We're gonna
I think
train.
That sounds like a lot.
We
I
should
can't
probably
handle
do it right.
All right. So let's go train and spar. I would love to spar.
All right. So, for those two that are sparring,
Are
I
all
mean,
of us
I'm
sparring?
still going.
Yeah, Zen's
Okay.
coming, I think, right?
but are you participating? Is the thing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So, the three of you are going to spar. Sweet. Or is it a free for all, or are you guys teaming up?
I think it should be like 1-on-1 for like one of the matches, and then it could be like, you know, Faye versus Nessa, and then Faye versus Zen, and then it could be like all three of us afterward. Kind of like they did at the beginning of Birth by Sleep.
Okay.
Spar.
Yeah, it should be Nessa first, because the dogs need me to go get them.
Okay. So,
Okay.
Faye and Nessa, I need you two to roll me either. You can decide whatever order and whatever mix. But I need you to make me 3 rolls each. You can either make them as body, heart, or mind.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
a D8 for all of them for me.
What you do use them for does matter. Think
Okay.
of this sort of like a.
Can you go over the instructions one more time?
So they're going to do 3 rolls of either heart, body, or mind. They can mix and match as they please. They need to declare what they're using at the same time after they make the roll. So,
Okay.
for example, if Faye, you roll your body, Nessa, you roll your mind, you both make your roll without saying anything, and then afterwards you both say, "Hey, I am using this."
Okay.
And I'll, if you want to like preemptively write it down, and then when I say like 3, 2, 1, shoot, just hit enter in the chat, so that way I can keeps it a little bit more of like a rock paper scissors.
Okay.
Body.
You
gets
said
a-
it matters which one we use.
Yes.
Like what?
Body will get a +3 to mind. Mind will get a +3 against heart, and heart will get a +3 against body.
Oh, it's rock, paper, scissors.
Yes.
Got it.
That doesn't always mean that you'll win. It just means you'll have a better chance.
Okay.
So, type up what your first roll is going to be, but don't hit enter yet.
Okay.
Okay.
Now go ahead and make the roll. What did you guys get, numbers-wise?
7.
I got a 2.
Okay. Even with the +3, that won't, but go ahead and hit enter in the new Trinity.
In the new Trinity?
Yep.
Okay. Here, hold on.
So it's heart. Yeah, go ahead and pre-type it in the new Trinity, that way. So, mind would get the +2, or +3, however, that's only a 5 versus 7. Does it make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so, go ahead and make your second rolls.
Make sure I type it.
Yeah, type in what you're going to do without hitting enter.
Ooh, splody.
Ooh.
Oh shoot! I hit enter. I'm sorry.
It's okay, you both did. So you both rolled hard.
Oh, cool.
What did you guys roll?
I got a 7.
18. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. It's okay.
Faye's on a roll.
He's got bloodlust in him.
Yep.
Okay, so go ahead and type in your next roll, your third roll. Don't hit enter yet. Just type it in, make your roll, let me know what the number is, and then hit enter at the same time, and I'll tell you when. So.
Okay. Hang on, I haven't decided yet. Thinking. Okay. Yeah, I got it.
Okay, go ahead and make your rolls.
Okay.
That's okay. Nessa's got this, I think.
What'd you roll, Nessa?
I rolled a 7.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you've got this. I rolled body and I rolled a 3.
Okay.
So.
Oh, and you both rolled body. Nice. All right. So, but that is still 2-1 in Faye's favor. Doesn't really mean anything. Just means, Faye, that you're getting, warmed up pretty nicely. What are you doing? Jeez Louise.
Faye is feral, by the way. Faye is looking at Nessa as if Nessa's like a heartless or something. Like, as you're sparring, there's just no cognizance that that's a friend in his eyes.
Nessa
He's in
is
panic
just
mode.
Nessa's kind of eerily calm.
Ooh.
I hate
That's
that.
scary.
That's so scary.
That is scary. That is
For
genuinely
Nessa,
scary.
all of this calmness is just stressing Zen out.
Yeah, right? Zen's just watching this like, Jesus, 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 Jesus.
So, Zen.
Jesus, Jesus, Jesus.
So again, type what you're going to use without hitting enter.
Who's versus who?
I believe
Me and
it's
you.
next Zen
Okay.
versus Faye.
Yep.
So type what you're going to use, don't hit enter, make your roll, and then when I say shoot, and hit enter.
Okie dokie.
Okay.
Good?
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
I'm good.
Go ahead and let me know your numbers.
So I got an
8.
8.
Oh,
You both
shit.
go rolled an 8. Okay, so this is where the go ahead and hit enter. Oh shit!
Oh.
Faye wins because of the +3.
Oh,
Faye
was
used
intense.
Faye used heart and Moss or Zen used body. That was close. That was very close.
that's very funny.
That was really close. Holy shit.
Yeah, that is holy shit.
Uh-huh.
Just hearing that, oh no. It's tied.
Ooh, yeah, right?
Alright, go ahead and type up your second one.
Yep.
Right.
Make your rolls, and just tell me when you have your roll, what it is.
Explodey.
Ooh, hell yeah. Get him back,
Okay.
Zen.
Oh.
I got it.
Okay, what's your number?
11.
6.
Oof, yeah, no matter what. But go ahead
Yeah.
and make the rolls anyways. Okay, both body. Alright. Third roll.
Oh, fuck, so close.
So 8.
What'd you roll, Damien?
Hmm?
What'd
Oh,
you roll?
9.
8 and 9. Okay. That's gonna be another close one because if
Spicy.
Zen has the correct one, go ahead
Oh,
and
I'm
hit
sure
enter.
Zen does. Let's
I
go,
got
let's
it.
go. Surely. No, for real? Oh, you
No
noticed me?
way!
I expected you to call
You
his
both
heart.
went
Oh,
hearts.
fuck.
Wow, interesting.
Damn.
So,
So just
yeah,
a
Faye, you
couple of
win.
barely scraping by.
Yeah, Faye, you still
Faye's
win
just
to the.
panting like a feral animal. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, no. After these two spars, Faye, you are fucking feral.
Uh-huh.
So
Let's
Zen
go.
on the ground just looks up, grins, and says, "See, I told you I had nothing to worry about."
Faye, can you
Faye,
make
it
me,
kind of pulls. Uh-oh.
can you
Yeah.
make me a heart check?
Yeah.
Oh, don't say that!
Oh.
Yeah, I sure can.
Why the fuck would you say that?
That's a 3.
How many points did you have?
Oh
Point?
shoot, how many points did I have?
Oh, into the
Did I
fairy
gain
point?
any from Romanik?
No.
Okay, then we're still safe. That's a 2.
Okay. Zen,
That was close.
You watch Faye's bright blue eyes flash yellow.
Zen kind of like, because he's still on the ground, like he's resting back on his elbows, and when that happens, he just kind of like speed crab walks like a step and a half in surprise.
Is Faye cognizant
Oh.
enough to realize that?
Oh yeah.
Oh, that would probably snap Faye out of it, seeing Zane get a bit scared of him, and he sort of rights himself and unsummons his Keyblade.
And Nessa immediately like dashes in and like is right in front of Faye, and she's completely fearless at this point. She's just like making sure that Faye is okay.
Faye takes a step back because Faye thought that you were rushing forward to like attack him. Faye stumbles back a
and
bit.
Nessa holds up her hands and like it's okay. And she's just calm. It's like she's not trying to be like going after him, but she's like, it's okay, I'm here. Just want to make sure you're okay.
Faye's still catching his breath a little bit. But he tries to match energy. He tries to match your calm and just sort of nods a little and then pokes his head to the side to look at Zen and is like, sorry.
It's fine. We're gonna get it figured out, okay?
Yeah.
It just caught me off guard. It's fine.
He nods a little, but he looks a little he didn't mean to lose control of himself, so he looks a little disturbed.
And Nessa just kind of slowly walks up to Faye and is like, can I hold your hand?
Why? But he gives his hand anyways.
Yeah, and then she just kind of like, and she's just like holding up his hand and she's like, it's gonna be okay. And she smiles.
He smiles a little back. He seems a lot calmer.
All right, cool. All right, should we continue sparring, or maybe that's enough for one day?
I think that's enough.
I think
I
that'll
don't want to spar
do it.
anymore.
Okay.
Words
then.
that have never left Phelan's mouth until
Yeah, that was a lot. But see, it just proves that you have nothing to worry about with Romic.
As you guys are, huddled around talking and chatting, all of a sudden, Faye, you feel this bump on your head, and you guys watch as Chatterthy just kind of falls from the sky from somewhere.
Oh, thank God, I didn't want to commit a murder.
Oh, Faye's hair is on end. He startles.
He just falls on Faye's head and just, hey guys!
Faye immediately shoves him off his head and onto the ground.
Ow! Hmm.
And then
What's up,
Nessa
Chatterthy?
immediately goes over and gently picks up Chatterthy and just gives him a squeeze.
Faye, he kind of looks, Chatterthy looks over at you, and you swear if he had a mouth, he's sticking his tongue out at you.
Faye mostly just seems really on edge and anxious right now, so he's not really paying Chatterthy a lot of mind. It startled him back into his fight or flight for a moment.
Master Gaia wanted to see you guys. Well, you, Zen.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. I was also supposed to say... And he kind of just, zones out for a second.
And then Nessa
It's
kind of
terrifying.
shakes him back.
Right. I was supposed to say, Zen, that you need to come now, and the other two can come by later.
I don't like that.
I
but
don't like that at all.
Hey, Burr.
Yeah,
I have a question for you.
I may have an answer.
Does this school have a pool or a hot tub or anything like that?
It does have a workout center, which has a weightlifting room, an aerobics room, and a pool.
Fuck yeah.
Okay, it is indoor though, right? Because
Yes.
it is fall.
Yes.
It's fall break.
Okay. So Nessa kind of excitedly turns to Faye and is like, do you want to go hang out in the pool while Zen has to talk to Gaia?
That sounds fine by me. Have fun with Master Gaia, Zen.
You don't have
Bye.
to say it like that. Wait, guys.
No,
And then,
Faye
you know,
walks
and then-
away with Nessa.
And Nessa just gives Zen a little wave. You'll do fine. And then she takes Faye's hand and they just rush off to the pool.
Zen cleans the dirt off his clothes from sparring and just heads right to Master Gaia's.
Oh no, I hate this. I
the
hate this
music
already.
change.
I don't like the title of that music.
Zen,
Oh boy.
you make your way over to Gaia's office, and the door's slightly ajar.
Okay. I give a little, single knuckle knock as I step in.
You step in, and Gaia is currently standing over by the window, full uniform, hands clasped behind her back.
Hi, Master Gaia. Chatterthy said you needed to see me?
She kind of just, not even fully glances over her shoulder at you, just kind
Oh
of
god, that stings.
turns the head a little bit and sit.
I immediately sit down.
One second.
Oh boy, secret time.
She makes her way over to you before sitting down across from from you at her desk. She pulls open one of the drawers and pulls out the green orb.
I just look at it and back to her and like,
She just kind of ponders it for a second before rolling it across the desk towards you.
I thought you said that Nessa wasn't supposed to touch this.
No. But I think you should.
I hesitantly pick up the orb.
Okay. You feel like a mental draw from it. Do you resist?
It feels like she wants me to not. So I won't.
Okay. You feel yourself drawn into the orb, almost as though you're being pulled down a chute. You see your periphery begin to blur, and then your actual vision itself. And this happens for a few seconds before you find clarity in your vision once more. And you look around and you see a rather familiar area. You seem to be in sort of where your apartment is.
Okay.
Well, at least the area
neighborhood?
that area. Because if I remember correctly, you lived in. I need to find my notes. Which part of Scala did you live in again?
I don't know.
The Land of Departure. That's right.
The Land of Departure is part of Scala?
Yes.
Oh, a lot of things are part of Scala now. You're right.
Yes. So you find yourself in the Land of Departure, but it's ancient. It's old. You don't recognize a whole lot of stuff here, and you see castle just towering off in the distance. And then you see a somewhat familiar figure. Two familiar figures. You see what seems to be almost as if you split Vantis in half and aged him back about 30 years.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh, Zen doesn't know what Ventus and Vanitas are, but I do. Oh no.
It's wordless, you can't hear what they're saying, but the one with darker hair seems to be very heated, and the one with lighter hair seems to be more calm and composed. And at one point, the one with darker hair draws this almost terrifying looking keyblade. And still, the one with the lighter hair stays composed. And they just kind of stare at each other for a good while. Before the one with the darker hair seems to sigh and put his keyblade away.
Okay.
And you see the one with lighter hair hold out his hand. And as the one with the darker hair begins to reach out, your vision blurs. You find yourself back in in Gaia's office.
I roll the orb back to her and just what was that?
Make me a knowledge magic check.
Even if Zen knows what it is, he wants Gaia to explain it, but I will make the roll. Knowledge magic, you said?
Knowledge magic.
5?
You have an inkling you've seen something like this before. You're not quite sure what. Gaia takes back the orb and puts it back into her cabinet. I believe that this is a memory.
No. Sorry, I'm struggling to... Is this something to do with the memoirs?
Maybe.
Is this the one that Master Vantus is missing?
Possibly one of many. Your report says you found this after defeating the enemy, correct?
Yeah.
Then it leads me to believe that these memoirs are created, as you can see, by strong memories. And the stronger they are, the stronger the enemy.
So are you suggesting that the one that we saw that looked like me could have been...
I think someone that is able to control these memories. And it is very concerning that they looked like you, although being in a world like that, it's entirely possible that that sort of thing can happen. It's not the only time we have encountered a look-alike in a world. Although, usually the look-alikes...
Master Gaia.
What did you say? I'm sorry.
I'm not a nobody, Master Gaia.
I know. I'm more meaning that usually we see a look-alike from that specific world. It's not every day we find one that is not from the world that we are in.
What?
I need you to keep your eye out for more of these orbs. Because there's a very high possibility that we may recover more if we find stronger opponents. And possibly we might find more advances.
To get him fixed.
We all want to see him better.
No.
I have a mission for you three. And I thought that I would need all of you, but I think I can rely on you to relay the message. I want you and the rest of your trio to stay in Scala ad Calum for the rest of the week.
Okay.
You are not to leave the campus unless absolutely necessary, or requested by one of us masters. Am I clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Good. We will get him fixed. It will take time.
Understand.
Dismissed.
He gives a nod and heads out.
Okay. Are you heading over to the pool area?
Yeah.
Alright, let's go ahead and join back with the rest of the party.
Like, I can do it. Oh, hello.
Hi.
Nothing bad ever happened to the Kennedys.
Nothing happened. Nothing happened.
You guys having fun
All
in the
will
pool?
be well.
Everything's
Yeah,
fine.
we're having so much fun.
Pool
just splashing
fun.
around.
Phelan's only moderately traumatized from what happened earlier.
Nessa's just having a grand old time, just like doing cannonballs and.
Oh
No.
god. Faye is
All
turned
that- all that
slightly
fun
away
stuff.
from Nessa so the splashes don't hit him, and he's just kind of curled up and thinking very hard.
Are you in a
Then
swim?
we'll
Are
stop
you in a
on the way back.
swimsuit? Hey,
Zen
Huh?
will stop on the way back to
Yeah,
the
I'd
apartment
assume
to
we're
grab
in
one.
swim trunks.
Okay. I just
I assume
needed to
Roxas
know.
equipped me with those.
I mean, you could always get some.
I would, yeah, I hope along the way.
Yeah, we have
I
a
pick some
store.
up.
We have several
store.
stores.
Yeah, you have several on-campus stores.
All right, so
Yeah.
do we see Zen come in?
Yeah.
How's Zen looking?
Zen doesn't look good.
Hey, Zen.
He sits down and just hangs his feet in the water and it's like, so we have some good news and some bad news.
Bad news first.
Okay, Nessa swims up and
We
is curious.
we have been instructed that we cannot leave campus for the next week, as requested by one of the masters.
One of the masters?
She did not elaborate. I was too scared.
Okay.
Okay.
Good news. I think we figured out what that orb is.
The
Mm,
Orby? The orb that Nessa found? I mean, that I
Yeah.
found?
Yeah. Master Gaia is pretty convinced that it is a memory. Likely Master Vantus's,
Oh, that's excellent news.
except the other bad news, one of likely many.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh no.
So so that orb basically contains all of Vantus's memories, is that right?
Just one
No,
of them.
One of them.
So they're scattered.
I thought it would be with
She-
his memoir.
Well, from what she's gathered, she's thinking that memoirs are created around a very strong memory. Like, literally, it is in the core of them. And very strong memoirs have stronger memories, and considering how much Master Vantus has lost,
There could
probably
be a lot of
quite a
those.
bit.
All right,
So
but that's something.
Yeah.
So does that mean that all of his memories are scattered across different worlds? Is that right?
It's entirely possible.
Faye stands up to dry off because he's about to get ready to change because he knows better than to keep Gaia waiting.
Oh, we don't need to worry about that.
Oh?
Yeah, she just wanted me to deliver the message that our current mission is to stay on Scala for the next week, and we can't leave campus.
Nessa just kind of goes up to the side of the pool and like puts her arms up and rests her head on, or her chin on her hands, and just is lost in thought of. And then she kind of looks up at Zen and you know, can I make an insight or notice or anything, Burr? About Zen or no?
They don't really have an insight. So I guess
This is pretty much the closest.
I would say you a mind versus heart contested role.
That makes sense.
Okay, so
Nessa, you with mind.
Okay. 8 explodey. Okay.
Oof.
So
8.
I got a 13.
Hell yeah.
So that's a fail for me.
So, Zen, what does Nessa see?
Zen is trying not to spiral. He is very, very upset, very concerned, and from the way that he was talking, he seems uncomfortable and suspicious of the fact that we need to stay on base for so long.
Okay, Nessa kind of makes note of this, but she's realizing that now may not be the best time to ask him more about it. So she just kind of puts one of her hands on Zen's leg and is like, "Do you want to talk about it now or later?"
I mean, it's kind of just a lot of the same.
Faye kind of sits down on Zen's other side. He's wrapped up in his towel.
I think right now we should just keep following our mission of pretending nothing's wrong to other people and try and have a good rest of our fall break, because we are being contractually obligated to do so.
This doesn't
He
feel
actually
like a break.
He actually lets out a chuckle about that.
I don't like breaks.
They're a bit of a distraction, but I feel like we can. In the current situation, it could do us a lot of good.
Then Nessa, slowly gets out of the pool and gets her own towel and sits back beside Zen. And she's trying to brainstorm ideas of what they could do during their break. Would you guys be interested in looking for stuff for our rooms? Since we haven't decorated yet?
Yeah, I think that could be fun.
Faye sort of
What about you,
shrugs a
Faye?
little. I guess.
Here, you know what? And she's just like, she notices that the other boys are just kind of down and there's tension, and she's just like, okay, guys. And then she throws off the towel and it lands in the pool.
Oh, Nessa.
And she's like, okay, let's go shopping, guys. And then she starts making her way out, and she doesn't even care that she still has her swimsuit on, and she's like, yeah, let's go shopping.
Phelan runs over with his towel to cover her back up. He just zooms. He's like, Nessa, you're gonna get cold, and just covers her with it. And then he realizes his like black mark is just out there in the wild, and he starts looking around for another towel. He's like, oh, shit. He grabs a random towel. He's like, ugh, just puts it back around himself like a cloak, and he just shudders.
And then she goes back over to Zen and she's like, you gonna come?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Let's also go grab some lunch, because you guys have been swimming for a while now, and we should probably refuel.
Yeah. So,
Right, we
what's
could
a
get some
restaurant
noms.
near here? Nom.
That doesn't involve leaving campus.
So there is the mess hall. It does have a few local like restaurants, but for the most part, it's like a sort of a variety to all you can eat buffet, as long as you're there, sort of thing.
Valid.
There's also the student store that has food you can make at the dorms in your kitchen.
I'm fine with getting some takeaway.
Yeah, let's.
Yeah.
I don't want to sit around people. People are gross.
All right, let's get some takeout.
All right.
with
Yeah.
All right. So you guys go ahead and grab some food. Head over back to, I'm assuming, your dorms.
Yeah,
Um,
I would imagine.
yeah,
Either that or we could just eat in the park.
it's fair.
Can I text Matthew just a real quick, like a checking on him?
Yeah, you
Just-
can text him.
I'm just gonna text him. Can I copy his stickers, or does he have special stickers?
He has special stickers. There
What's
is
the default wave? I'm just gonna send him the default wave. and
the
just
default.
be-
All of the default stickers are King Mickey.
That's fine. We're sending him a King Mickey wave,
Happy.
Shudder. and we're just
I'm okay
gonna.
with that.
I'm just gonna be like, "Hope you're doing okay," and then that's all he's gonna put his
Yep.
gummy phone back.
No response, but I think this is a good time to call it for the evening. It's a little early,
Aw.
but I don't want to get into anything and then be like, "Oh, hey guys, we gotta end." So